consciousness? While we are conscious of appearances, how is it that we are not conscious that these are mere appearances? The mind covers up reality without knowing it. To know the nature of the mind, you need intelligence, the capacity to look at the mind in silent and dispassionate awareness. If I am of the nature of all-pervading consciousness, how could ignorance and illusion happen to me? Neither ignorance nor illusion ever happened to you. Find the self to which you ascribe ignorance and illusion, and your question will be answered. You talk as if you know the self and see it to be under the sway of ignorance and illusion. But in fact, you do not know the self, nor are you aware of ignorance. By all means, become aware. This will bring you to the self, and you will realize that there is neither ignorance nor delusion in it. It is like saying, if there is a sun, how can darkness be? As under a stone there will be darkness, however strong the sunlight. So in the shadow of the eye and the body consciousness there must be ignorance and illusion. But why did the body consciousness come into being? Don't ask why, ask how. It is in the nature of creative imagination to identify itself with its creations. You can stop it at any moment by switching off attention or through investigation. Does creation come before investigation? First you create a world, then the I am becomes a person who is not happy for various reasons. He goes out in search of happiness, meets a guru who tells him, you are not a person, find who you are. He does it and goes beyond. Why did he not do it at the very start? It did not occur to him. He needed somebody to tell him. Was that enough? It was enough. Why does it not work in my case? You do not trust me. Why is my faith weak? Desires and fears have dulled your mind. It needs some scrubbing. How can I clear my mind? By watching it relentlessly. Inattention obscures. Attention clarifies. Why do the Indian teachers advocate inactivity? Most of people's activities are valueless, if not outright destructive. Dominated by desire and fear, they can do nothing good. Ceasing to do evil precedes beginning to do good. Hence the need for stopping all activities for a time, to investigate one's urges and their motives, see all that is false in one's life, purge the mind of all evil, and then only restart work, beginning with one's obvious duties. Of course, if you have a chance to help somebody, by all means do it, and promptly too. Don't keep him waiting till you are perfect. You do not become a professional do-gooder. I do not feel there are too many do-gooders among disciples. Most of those I've met are too absorbed in their own petty conflicts. They have no heart for others. Such self-centeredness is temporary. Be patient with such people. For so many years they gave attention to everything but themselves. Let them turn to themselves for a change. What are the fruits of self-awareness? You grow more intelligent. In awareness you learn. In self-awareness you learn about yourself. Of course you can only learn what you are not. To know what you are, you must go beyond the mind. Is not awareness beyond the mind? Awareness is the point at which the mind reaches out beyond itself into reality. In awareness you seek not what pleases, but what is true. I find that awareness brings about a state of inner silence, a state of psychic void. It is all right as it goes, but it is not enough. Have you felt the all-embracing emptiness in which the universe swims like a cloud in the blue sky? Sir, let me first come to know well my own inner space. Destroy the wall that separates the I and the body idea, and the inner and the outer will become one. Am I to die? Physical destruction is meaningless. It is the clinging to sensate life that binds you. If you could experience the inner void fully, the explosion into totality would be near. My own spiritual experience has its seasons. Sometimes I feel glorious, but again I am down. I'm like a little boy, going up, going down, going up, going down. All changes in consciousness are due mind-the-body idea. Divested of this idea, the mind becomes steady. There is pure being, free of experiencing anything in particular. But to realize it, you must do what your teacher tells you. Mere listening, even memorizing, is not enough. If you do not struggle hard to apply every word of it in your daily life, don't complain that you make no progress. All real progress is irreversible. Ups and downs merely show that the teaching has not been taken to heart and translated into action fully. The other day you told us that there is no such thing as karma. Yet we see that everything has a cause, and the sum total of all the causes may be called karma. As long as you believe yourself to be a body, you will ascribe causes to everything. I do not say things have no causes. Each thing has innumerable causes. It is as it is because the world is as it is. Every cause and its ramifications covers the universe. When you realize that you are absolutely free to be what you consent to be, that you are what you appear to be because of ignorance or indifference, you are free to revolt and change. You allow yourself to be what you are not. You are looking for the causes of being what you are not. It is a futile search. There are no causes, but your ignorance of your real being, which is perfect and beyond all causation. For whatever happens, all the universe is responsible, and you are the source of the universe. I know nothing about being the cause of the universe, because you do not investigate, inquire, search within, and you will know. How can a speck like me create the vast universe? When you are infected with the I am the body virus, a whole universe springs into being. But when you have had enough of it, you cherish some fanciful idea about liberation and pursue lines of action totally futile. You concentrate, you meditate, you torture your mind and body, you do all sorts of unnecessary things, but you miss the essential, which is the elimination of the person. In the beginning, we may have to pray and meditate for some time before we are ready for self-inquiry. If you believe so, go on. To me, all delay is a waste of time. You can skip all the preparation and go directly for the ultimate search within. Of all the yogas, it is the simplest and the shortest. What is pure, unalloyed, unattached, is real. You are back in India. Where have you been? What have you seen? I come from Switzerland. I stayed there with a remarkable man who claims to have realized. He has done many yogas in his past and had many experiences that passed away. Now he claims no special abilities nor knowledge. The only unusual thing about him is connected with sensations. He is unable to separate the seer from the seen. For instance, when he sees a car rushing at him, he does not know whether the car is rushing at him or he at the car. He seems to be both at the same time, the seer and the seen. They become one. Whatever he sees himself. When I asked him some Vedanic questions, he said, I really cannot answer. I do not know. All I know is this strange identity with whatever I perceive. You know, I expected anything but this. He is on the whole a humble man. He makes no disciples, and in no way puts himself on a pedestal. He is willing to talk about his strange condition, but that is all. Now he knows what he knows. All else is over. At least he still talks. Soon he may cease talking. What will he do then? Immobility and silence are not inactive. The flower fills the space with perfume, the candle with light. They do nothing, yet they change everything by their mere presence. You can photograph the candle, but not its light. You can know the man, his name and appearance, but not his influence. His very presence is action. Is it not natural to be active? Everybody wants to be active, but where do his actions originate? There is no central point. Each action begets another, meaninglessly and painfully in endless succession. The alternation of work and pause is not there. First, find the immutable center where all movement takes birth. Just like a wheel turns round an axle. So must you be always at the axle in the center and not whirling at the periphery. How do I go about it in practice? Whenever a thought or emotion of desire or fear comes to your mind, just turn away from it. By suppressing my thoughts and feelings, I shall provoke a reaction. I am not talking about suppression. Just refuse attention. Must I not use effort to arrest the movements of the mind? It has nothing to do with effort. Just turn away. Look between the thoughts rather than at the thoughts. If you happen to walk in a crowd, you do not fight every man you meet. You just find your way between. If I use my will to control the mind, it only strengthens the ego. Of course, fight to invite a fight, but when you do not resist, you meet with no resistance. When you refuse to play the game, you are out of it. How long will it take me to get free of the mind? It may take thousands of years, but really no time is required. All you need is to be in dead earnest. Here, the will is the deed. If you are sincere, you have it. After all, it is a matter of attitude. Nothing stops you from being a Yanni here and now except fear. You are afraid of being impersonal, of impersonal being. It is all quite simple. Turn away from your desires and fears and from the thoughts they create. You are at once in your natural state. No question of reconditioning, changing, or eliminating the mind? Absolutely none. Leave your mind alone, that is all. Don't go along with it. After all, there is no such thing as mind apart from thoughts which come and go obeying their own laws, not yours. They dominate you only because you are interested in them. It is exactly as Christ said, resist not evil. By resisting evil, you merely strengthen it. Yes, I see now. All I have to do is to deny existence to evil. Then it fades away. But does it not boil down to some kind of autosuggestion? The autosuggestion is in full swing now when you think yourself to be a person caught between good and evil. What I am asking you to do is to put an end to it, to wake up and see things as they are. About your stay in Switzerland with that strange friend of yours, what did you gain in his company? Nothing, absolutely. His experience did not affect me at all. One thing I have understood, there is nothing to search for. Wherever I may go, nothing waits for me at the end of the journey. Discovery is not the result of transportation. Yes, you are quite apart from anything that can be gained or lost. Do you call it vairagya, relinquishment, renunciation? There is nothing to renounce. Enough if you stop acquiring. To give you must have, and to have you must take. Better don't take. It is simpler than to practice renunciation, which leads to a dangerous form of spiritual pride. All this weighing, selecting, choosing, exchanging, it is all shopping in some spiritual market. What is your business there? What deal are you out to strike? When you are not out for business, what is the use of this endless anxiety of choice? Restlessness takes you nowhere. Something prevents you from seeing that there is nothing you need. Find it out and see its falseness. It is like having swallowed some poison and suffering from an unquenchable craving for water. Instead of drinking beyond all measure, why not eliminate the poison and be free of this burning thirst? I shall have to eliminate the ego, the sense I am a person, and time and space is the poison. In a way, time itself is the poison. In time, all things come to an end, and you are born, to be devoured in their own turn. Do not identify yourself with time. Do not ask anxiously, what next, what next? Step out of time and see it devour the world. Say, well, it is in the nature of time to put an end to everything. Let it be. It does not concern me. I am not combustible, nor do I need to collect fuel. Can the witness be without the things to witness? There is always something to witness. If not a thing, then its absence. Witnessing is natural and no problem. The problem is excessive interest leading to self-identification. Whatever you are engrossed in, you tend to be real. Is the I am real or unreal? Is the I am the witness? Is the witness real or unreal? What is pure, unalloyed, unattached is real. What is tainted, mixed up, dependent, and transient is unreal. Do not be misled by words. One word may convey several, even contradictory meanings. The I am that pursues the pleasant and shuns the unpleasant is false. The I am that sees pleasure and pain as inseparable sees rightly. The witness that is enmeshed in what he perceives is the person. The witness who stands aloof, unmoved, and untouched is the watchtower of the real, the point at which awareness, inherent in the unmanifested, contacts the manifested. There can be no universe without the witness. There can be no witness without the universe. Time consumes the world. Who is the witness of time? He who is beyond time, the unnameable. A glowing ember moved round and round quickly enough appears as a glowing circle. When movement ceases, the ember remains. Similarly, the I am in movement creates the world. The I am at peace